Alright, here we are on the battle map. Almost reminds me of the rain bug that you find all the time on Napoleon Total War because it is raining. The Prussian army starts outside their fort. I guess they can deploy outside their fort. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward, try and get an idea where they're moving to, and I'll redeploy my troops as necessary. It takes forever for the enemy to actually move to meet you because you start so far apart, and I'm going to redeploy my troops accordingly here. I'm using my cannons as the focal point of my army. These guys aren't really moving the way I want them to. Let's go ahead and push play here. Looks like my cannons are... I have my cannons on auto fire right now. I think they are firing at his horses. And here I have my pikemen out on this flank. I'm going to go ahead and move them up here. I like using my pikemen as a distraction slash meat shield slash whatever to where they become handy. And I am the defender in this case, so I'm going to take advantage of my ability to defend rather than attack in this particular scenario. Well, it's getting a little bit glitchy for my unit selection there. Okay, the computer is moving up right into my center, which is what I would really prefer. Let's reshape this as best we can. We're going to try and set the computer up for an easy envelopment. I don't know what my cannons are shooting at, so I'll just aim them front-facing here. I don't have canister shot or anything yet because it hasn't been researched. In the Empire campaign, you start out without a whole lot of technology, and you've got to research it. So I've got my cannons firing straight up the center. The enemy troops are kind of marching right into my setup here, and I'm going to go ahead and get these pikemen into melee. That'll pretty much keep the Prussian troops at a disadvantage the entire time because they'll have... Whoa! Did not see that cavalry charge at all. That's what my cannons were firing at. Wow, that was actually a pretty darn good job by the AI. They got their cannon or their horses out of the way of my cannons, and then did a charge right before they made an assault on my troops. So, I mean, I'm actually really impressed. I'm going to attack them with my general, which is a bit risky because I don't want to lose my general. But I can always recruit a new one, so I'm not overly worried. I'm going to pull out my own horsemen here. Some firelock armed citizenry back there that I'll go ahead and attack with my gendarmerie, which is just militia cav. So my general's bodyguards have chased off the Prussian cavalry that was on my flank. Fortunately, that was just militia cavalry, so their attack was pretty minimal. And at this point, I'm going to want to get my generals out of the way of that fight. You can see, although the computer made a couple of good moves in starting the battle, they're not continuing that because look at the positioning of their men right here. The computer finds its way around a little bit better on Napoleon Total War. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's better. There's the enemy general. I'm going to go ahead and attack him with my gendarmerie. And then check out my pikemen here. My pikemen are making sure that these men can't really participate in the fight. And I wish you could use these guys like a phalanx, but you can't really. The only time you can really use their pikes is if you have them standing in position with their pikes down. And it really is only effective against cavalry for the most part. But it would be cool if you could use them like a phalanx. So you can see that I totally have position on the Prussians. I'm attacking their general. Their troops are getting shot up, partly because of the computer's horrific ability to draw up a battle line. Of course, my troops are getting shot up pretty good amount too. But due to my pikemen and my gendarmerie, I think just chased off their general. Let's see if we can kill their general here. Check out these Prussian pikemen. They're going to outflank me right here. Pretty curious. I mean, a couple of good moves from the AI and a couple of bad moves from the AI, so pretty strange. The enemy general is dead. Looks like we have beat back the Prussian attack on this flank. Yeah, pretty much all the Prussian troops are routing at this point. And we'll use my pikemen to help chase these guys down and kill some of them. And we'll start chasing down people with my cavalry. I'm going to take my cannon off of fire at will and halt it. Because we don't want it to injure my own troops. And one thing you can do, I'm not going to show you all this, but I'm going to run down a whole bunch of their troops because this will make it easier for me when I want to capture the city. So that's what I'm doing here, but I'm going to quit filming at this point. Hope you enjoyed that battle. Saw a couple of decent moves from the AI and a couple of really bad major victory on the campaign, and that was a pretty big victory. You can see that I was outnumbered by quite a few men on that battle. Not to mention the Prussians are a little bit qualitatively superior, but of course by taking advantage of the terrible AI. Check out how many kills my provincial cavalry got. A lot of that came from mopping up after the battle. So we made sure to give the Prussians as much of a beating as possible because their city's under siege, and we wanted to make it really easy for us to take that city. And they do have a fort, so even if I tried to auto-resolve, it may still really beat me up because it's insane, man. When troops are in a fort, they'll like freaking fight to the death. And you can win battles pretty darn well in a fort. It looks like Courland is attacking the Prussians, and I'm going to actually fight this battle because I don't want the Courland to have attacked and then get this Prussian town. And I mean, I appreciate them coming out to help me, but I'm going to make sure that I fight this and make sure that I take the fort so that the city becomes mine rather than theirs. So okay, here we are on the battle map. Here's the Prussian fort. Now, fortunately for me, the AI is terrible at siege battles, and they never really fixed it, to be honest. It's kind of a mess. Finally, Courland, I'm racing these troops of Courland to try and get into the fort first. So here's our men throwing up the hooks and ropes, scaling the walls, and basically as soon as I get up, I'm making a beeline for the center of that Prussian fort, because I don't know if this is like Rome Total War, but I know sure as heck that whenever, let's see, it says we captured a gatehouse somewhere. Oh, this gatehouse over there. Good, now I'm going to get my cavalry around here. So I'm going to put my cavalry on a crash course for that gate. We should be able to capture this other gatehouse here in a moment. I'm going to get my cavalry in here so that I can get into that the center of this fort first. If I can get my troops in here to where it says that my men are going to capture. Okay, so here's my militia. I'm going to get them running down. Get all my line infantry running in that direction. Basically just going to tell all my troops to make an absolute beeline for the center of the fort. There we go. I just want to beat these Courlanders down into there. So some of you are saying you never see me do a siege battle, and I don't do them very often, especially not online. I don't find them to be too interesting online. There we go. Here's my cavalry running around back there to that gate. I'm going to try and get inside that gate as soon as possible. Here's my militia pouring down into the courtyard. It looks like the Prussians actually have some artillery down here. There's also Courlanders quickly pouring in. So I'm going to try and hurry this up. Come on, Cav. Yeah, I'm rushing as fast as I can here. I'm going to take out these artillery. Actually, I'm just going to move straight into the center here before the Courland troop can make it before me. I'm not really worried about these couple of demi cannons. I'm just going to set my men up right here in the center. Now, my men don't have any bayonets or anything because that hasn't been researched yet, so it's all still in the works. Here comes my cavalry in this gate over here. Alright, sweet. It says that in a minute and so many seconds it's mine. That means that my men are on the square first. Now the Prussians, all they have to do is get one man on that square, and you know, the timer will quit counting down. It's kind of similar to Rome Total War, where if they get a man in the town square with you, then you know it stops the countdown. This is risky. I very much could lose a general, but I'm willing to take that risk if it keeps me to where I get this this Prussian province rather than the Courland troops. So there's me running in my cavalry. Those demi-cannons are sure lasting a long time, considering that they're way outnumbered. Yeah, trample him, step on him, kick him in the gut. Don't show any mercy to these Prussian dogs. Aren't I so nice? Yes, this fort's mine. See, sometimes you bring your allies to a battle, and then you don't even really want them to help you. My other general's about to get killed. In fact, he did get killed. Or no, that was the enemy general. Thank goodness. I thought it was my general that got killed there for a second. Get out of there, man. You're gonna die. I don't care which way you go, just get out. I don't want to lose a general because it'll cost me like $1,000 to recruit another one. Go! Get out, man. I don't care if my gendarmerie dies. They're not even worth the time. I'm trying to get my one general's bodyguard out of there. Looks like they're trying to make their way out the gate. I don't care if it routes or whatever, as long as my family member doesn't die there. I say family member, you know what I mean. Alright, so we've routed the Prussian troops there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and end the battle. Hopefully it gives me the province. I mean, Courland did attack. I don't really know how Empire works in that respect because I've never had this happen, so we'll find out when we get back to the campaign results screen. Oh, what the... God, frackin'... That's it, we're declaring war on Courland. Those freaking rat turds. They did... I mean, I come here and do all the work on this city, and then you step in and pretend to tell, oh, no, you didn't. You did not pull that crap. You Courland scumbags, you're all dead. I will murder your entire populace. You're dang right I'm declaring war. No, I don't want to call Austria to help. Because I don't want Austria coming up here. Yeah, they better do a tactical retreat. Yeah, dang right war is declared. I demand your surrender. Yeah, fine, I'll siege your crap out too. Bunch of freaking jerks. Ah, that complicates things. I've never seen that happen before. And what the crap is that? They come and attack. I go take the fort. It has my flag up, and then they get the city? Ah, see, in Rome Total War, it didn't work that way. I swear, man. Ah, that's ridiculous. Oh well, at least you got to hear some angry air there. Now, it looks like the Ottomans have some troops right here. I'm not really keen to start a war with them yet, but I don't like them having those troops there. But at the same time, I don't want Austria to get too big. But since freaking Courland had to come in and take my city, God, a bunch of dorks. I swear this is going to slow down my tactics, which is bad. You don't want to be slowed down here because then Austria is just growing stronger every single stinking turn. No, I'm not giving you any regions. Go to heck. You're the worst allies ever. Well, except for Courland, the allies that come and steal your territory. Bunch of jerk-offs. Anyway, I can't help but rant. That makes me so mad. I'm the one that comes there. I'm the one that puts the massive defeat on the Prussian army both times, and then they get the province. Come on, CA. You couldn't program the game any better than that. Oh well, at least it's a funny irritation, rather than just a plain annoying one. Yeah, you better come out and attack me, you freaking sissies. Here's going to be my revenge against the Courland thieves.